Hello and welcome. This is Patty Bennett, and this is going to be a fun, quick video. These are actually very quick cards, and I am excited to show you how I made them. I do want to tell you that I was inspired with this blue color combo by Tatiana Creative. I saw this on Facebook, this idea with the blues and the blending brushes, so we're going to be using those. And our ink pads from Stampin' Up, and then stamping on top with a floral image. So let me show you how quick this is to do. We are going to make the blue one. I'll show you how I blended the colors, and then I am going to show you how I stamped on top of this color combination. It's good if your ink is pretty dry. You don't want to stamp over it when the blending is still kind of moist. So that's why I've got one done ahead of time. So that will be this one. So we'll do that one. And then I also just wanted to show you that you can select any colors you want. So we'll go over the color combination in each of these. But first, let me just show you how I colored this one with the blues, and the colors I selected. Actually, let me go from dark to light here. Orchid Oasis, Pacific Point, and Balmy Blue were the three blues that I used on this card. And I like to start with the dark one up in the corner, and then I kind of blend into the lighter colors. So the Orchid Oasis is the darker color. And what I suggest is that you just go ahead and cut some quarter sheets of basic white cardstock and then just play and have fun. So on this one, what I'm going to do is use a little bit smaller. So this is a 1/4 inch smaller than this one, and I'm going to mat it onto white paper to show you the difference. So first, we are just going to grab the Orchid Oasis on our blending brush. And always when you ink blend, you want to kind of dab off, start on your scratch paper, just so that you don't get a dark blob right on your paper. Because once you get ink on there, you really can't take it off. It's much easier to keep adding and blending color than it is to try to get a blob off of your project. And I have some other ink blending videos with the blending brushes that I've done, so I will link to that in the description if you want more tips on using your blending brushes. I'm using a very, very light hand. It's much better to just keep building up color than it is to try to push down and mash all this color in all at once. So you really just want to do your best to just keep building up some color. And you can always go add more. So there's our Orchid Oasis. And then I am going to add some Pacific Point. Again, you want to dab off, just make sure that you don't get a big blob on your card. And I start off the edge and then come across. And look how pretty it is when those two colors actually blend together. I'm going to add a little more of the Orchid Oasis. Just get a little more intensity up here. And aren't they pretty as they blend together? And then we just have our lightest color. The combination here is with Balmy Blue. You can pick whatever you'd like. And this one's pretty light. It's really not going to add a lot of color, but it's just going to help give a little bit more. Oops, hang on, got a little fuzz on there. Just a little bit of blending between the color and the white. So there's our colors. And then all I did to finish that card off was to use this beautiful floral image from the new set. It's called Fragrant Flowers. It is in the 2023 Stampin' Up catalog. Gosh, did I even introduce myself? This is Patty Bennett. I'm a Stampin' Up demonstrator. I think I might have forgotten to do that. I blog at pattystamps.com, and that's where you're going to find these cards. Sorry about that. So yes, these products are from Stampin' Up, and this new set called Fragrant Flowers is the image that I used. And I used the Memento black ink pad. I inked it up and I stamped right on there. And that is all I did to get those beautiful flowers onto the colored part. Like I said, you want to let this just kind of soak in and dry. If you're adding wet ink on top of, not that this is wet. I mean, see, it's dry, but it's still kind of moist on the paper. So it is best to let it rest a few minutes. That's why I'm not stamping this immediately. But I will show you on this card, I'll talk about the combination here, and I will go ahead and stamp that in black just so you can see how beautifully magic it is. And this one only has 2 colors. So I did Poppy Parade up at the top and Daffodil Delight here. And as they meet and blend, you kind of get an orange or almost a mango melody. But you don't need to do 3 colors if the 2 colors you select blend together to make a 3rd color that you like. Does that make sense? I hope that makes sense. I think you know what I mean. So we are going to ink this beautiful flower image, and I hope I'm not shaking the camera too much, in Memento black. You could use any black that you like. I just happen to really love to use my Memento black. And I'm going to just stamp right over this. And it is so gorgeous. This result is amazing. Look how beautiful. Oh my gosh, it's so pretty. If you were at all worried about getting a really good image, of course you could use your Stamparatus. That's a fabulous tool, stamp positioning tool for re-stamping in the same spot. So you could do that, but I'm just making sure that I'm really inking this well, and I'm checking it. I'm looking on the back. I'm making sure that I have the color where I want it. And then I'm giving it really good pressure. You don't want to just stamp by just, stamp down and lift up. You really want to give it some good pressure and give the stamp a minute to soak in and put the image onto your paper. So that's how you get the black on top of the color. And then I matted. This is where you can see. So I've got some of these white, basic white pieces cut at 4 by 5 1/4. And then some of them are trimmed down even more to 3 3/4 by 5. And so you can mat. Did I do this on a large or a small? Oh, this is a big one. Okay, so that would be the difference then, is that if you add this to your card, you won't have the white border if you leave it larger. And then you can see the difference there of matting it onto white. So let me go ahead and show you that difference with the blue. So if you, did I cut that one right? Please hold. I must have grabbed a different scrap for this one. Let me just trim that one down to 5. And you might be thinking, isn't she usually live on Fridays? Yes, I usually am, but I am filming this just the week before Christmas, and there's just so much going on, and so I decided that I just needed to pre-film a video for you this week, so I hope that's okay. But then you can see the difference if you mat this onto the white, and then if you put it on top of your cardstock, you get just a really lovely extra layer there that really pops your blended colors on there. So that's it. That's all there is to this beautiful, amazing technique. And I told you that I would mention the pink colors. So this one has 3 colors, and I did, let me order them dark to light, rich raspberry, melon mambo, and polished pink. So that was for this card. And then the flower is from a different set. So this is a celebration set. If you're watching this in January or February 2023, you could get this set as a celebration gift. So that is the image that I used, is this one. And I just stamped it in black right on top. And then I thought what went really nicely were these flat pearls. They're really iridescent looking. They're really gorgeous. And I put those in some of the flower centers on that card. This one has some gold sequins. And then on this one, I just decided to add a smaller flower from this set. So it's just a matter of die cutting that and sponging a little color on it and putting it in the background. I was thinking about adding these, and then I just thought it really didn't need it. And so I had them ready, but I didn't add it. And I think it turned out really beautiful as is. So thank you for joining me today. I told you it'd be a quick video. It's just a very fast lesson about ink blending and then stamping on top of your ink blending with black. So again, thank you to Tatiana Creative for the inspiration on the blues. I just love how that turned out. And I hope that you will enjoy all the information and the still photos of these on my blog, pattystamps.com. You can pin from there, you can purchase the products from there, or in the video description. Thank you again for joining me, and I will see you next time.